2 yards of fabric folded in two. As you can see, it's folded. This is the wrong side, this is the right side. I folded in two like this, and now we fold again and make it 4. So first of all, I mark my armhole. I'm using half of my armhole. It's a free top, so I'm going to divide 18 into 2, and I have 9. So I'm marking 9 inches here. This is 9 inches. And then the next thing is under bust, like the measurement from your neck to under your bust. So we use 15 inches here. This is 15 inches. So for the length of the top, I would like it to be a bit long, but not that long. So I'll go for, I'm using 30 inches. That's including allowance. 30 inches is here. So this is where the top is going to end. 30 inches. So now I insert the measurement of my bust. The measurement of my bust is 36. I'm dividing by 4 to get 9. So 9 inches for bust. Insert bust measurement here. Nine. This is the point. Then for the down part of the top, I'll use hip measurement divided by 4. Something like 10. I usually have 40 inches for my hip, but since it's a free top, like an A4, like A-line skirt, so instead of 10, I'll just maybe make it, add another 5 to it, and make it 15 plus 1 for the allowance, stitching allowance. So I'm using 16. So it's ending here, 16. Then the next thing to do is to mark the space where you want to do the scarring, or like we say in Nigeria, smoking, because I'm going to mark the smoking, make elastic, so this place is going to gather at the end of the day to give top the shape. So for this smoking, I'm going to do like 5 lines of the scarring stitches. So I'm going to do them 1/4 inch apart from each other. So let's see, 1/4 inch, this is 1 inch, so let's do here, 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 here. So this is like 6 lines of scarring stitches, 1/4 inch apart from each other, 1/4 inch apart. You understand it anyway. So now I draw out everything in a straight line. So now that I've drawn out, I've marked the spots where I'm going. This is for the scarring stitches, like we call smoking with elastic thread. This line, I'm going to use them there. So now I'm going to measure out the sleeve of the top. I want the top to be, I'm using 22, 23 for the arm length. Use 23. Oh, exactly like this length of the fabric. So I guess I'm going to use 22 at the end of the day, including allowance, making it 23. So here, this is 23 here. 23 is on the hip here. So what we're going to do next is to join from the armhole down to the hip. That is where I'm going to sew eventually in a straight line. You join, this is where you will sew. So from the armhole to the hip, this is where the top is ending, somewhere here. So after you have done that, you also, since I've measured here 23 for my sleeve, I'm going to cut through to join here in a curving manner, but to make it more accurate, since I'm having 23 here, I'll come at the bust side, maybe measure 22 to make it a bit more accurate, just an inch apart, minus 1 inch. So mark somewhere here. This is for the curvy joining. So now that I've marked that, I start to join from here like this in a curvy manner. So I'm joining it, bringing it all the way down as a curve. Now, if you notice, I curved here a bit, like about 1 inch upwards, because I want the end of the top to have this curve, not just straight end. So now that I have this, I will go ahead to cut out the excesses by the side here. I'll cut through here with the line, following the line. The neck of the top, the back first. So for the neck of the top, I'm going to make it 1 inch deep and a width of maybe 3.5. Okay, 3.5. So when I hem it will be 4. So I'm using 3.5 for this one here. 3.5, and then the depth 1 inch. Alright, the depth of the neck is 1 inch. So, draw out the line. So, the depth is 1 inch here. So, of course, the neck has to be, so 1 inch is here. So it's not going to be straight, it's curvy. So, I don't have my curved ruler here, so I'm just curving with my hand as much as I can. Just curve out 1 inch, like so. So we have something like this, and then we cut. So this is what we have. We're done with the neck. I'm going to open up the top and trace this exact measurement on this other side, because I'm going to need it when I'm sewing. So this is what it's going to look like. Then you open it like this. Are you seeing the top? So now this is the midpoint of the top. I need to transfer this whole measurement here to this side. Is either you remeasure, fold and draw the lines, or if your chalk is really bright, you can just fold like this. Then you fold to this other side like this. And then you tap. All the chalk is going to transfer to the other side, so I can use it to trace on the other side. Or better still, you can still measure, it's not that difficult. So I'll use it to trace out my lines on the other side. Like now you can see the lines are showing here. I'm tracing out on both sides. This is what I have. I don't know if you can see clearly. This is the line where I'm going to sew eventually. This is the line for smoking or scarring stitches. And then now cut the front neck. I want a V-neck in front, So to cut the front neck, remember we already cut the front and the back together by doing, but it was just 1 inch deep. So we already have the width of the front and the back is 3.5. So now I want a V-neck in front. So to cut the V-neck in front, I'm going to make it 5 inches deep. But remember that we already cut out 1 inch depth when we cut it with the back. So we subtract that 1 inch. So we're going to go with 4 somewhere here. The depth of the V-neck. So now to cut the V, this is the midpoint, remember. Now since this is the midpoint, fold like this. If you want a sharp V, you can just draw with your ruler a straight line. Like I want a sharp V, so I'm just going to join from the midpoint to the end of the width there. So this is it, like this. All I have to do now is cut through. That's really all we have to do for cutting now. Before I start to do the smoking stitches, I'm going to hem all the edges here, run through my machine to close up all these raw edges here. Now, we are done hemming the sides. Every part here has been run down all through. For normal butterfly top, at this point we are done. We just stitch here to the end and the top is done. But before we do this, it's going to be the last thing we do because we want to do the scarring stitches for the elastic to pull together. At the end of it, so we can have something like this, you know, to give it shape in the middle. So now this is what the scarring thread is like. It's elastic thread, as you can see. The elastic. So to give a normal fabric that doesn't have elastic normally, like this is wax fabric, to give it some stretch, you use this to form the scarring stitches. So that's what I'm going to do. I will do that front and back, and then I'll be back. So guys, as you can see, I'm done doing the scarring stitches or smoking. As you can see, it already has the elastic shape. All that is left now is just to run stitch by the sides, these lines here, and then hem my neck. And we are done.